I'm back. I'm ready for more. Wow. That's not normal. Any way I can decrease that at all? Nope, all of it is Streamlabs. So, okay. A little bit of lag, but it's not too bad. So it's somewhat okay. It's not really that okay, but it's better than nothing. So you know what? I'm working with it. Okay. My apologies for all of that. Streamlabs OBS wasn't working, and then I spent like 15 minutes trying to figure out how to actually make that work properly. So let's see. I want to head over here. Over there's a nice broadsword, but I don't want that. I already have stuff that is as good, if not better. The only thing that it would be even a decent replacement for is the Moonlight Scimitar, and I already have that, so it's not really much. Alright. There we go. Meow. Off I go into the wild blue yonder. Which is neither that wild or blue, nor blue. I think I might actually make Greyscale a no audio part of my playthroughs in the future, because it's actually making things very difficult to see at times. Like, I can't even see where or who or what I am. Like I can't even see how many hearts I have left sometimes. That's how bad it is. Wanna watch me kill this stone talus? Sure, you're not? Yeah. So, onto the actual... Is it over there? It's over there. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna not disturb the big, large, scary rock. I'm gonna do other things with my time instead. As always, Majora's Mask, hideously powerful. They can just sit here, and they will never, ever, ever care. So it's pretty good. All of that is very nice. So, the purpose of this is largely going to be... So, like, let's say you're not that good at the game. You're casual. You're a first-time player. Going to Hyrule Castle is scary. Or, for that matter, that you're doing something crazy like... Well, permadeath. It's kind of scary, but also not really. You need to take precautions. Something like, I don't know, no fairies, no Mipha's Grace, Nest mode. Like the thing RT'd it, combined with some other rules. Now that could be scary. That could be very scary. And that's basically permadeath combined with summer with like no fairies, no revives. It's probably the only time ever that you would want to invest in parts of your stamina. But in any case, let's assume that you don't or can't. You don't want to go to Hyrule Castle, whether it's because you're worried that you're going to die a lot, or you're worried that you'll lose all your progress. And that, if that's the case, I would advise skipping all of the going to Hyrule Castle bit. Just get Majora's Mask and the Phantom Helmet. Maybe not even bother with the whatever they're called, the freaking robots, that can one-shot you. until later. Because, you know, getting one shot, it's kind of sad, you know? No one wants to get... Okay, that wasn't what I intended, but you know what? That's how it goes. So I advise skipping all of it and sort of starting off here. Just head straight to Impa, because you're gonna want Impa for a variety of reasons. Why is it raining when the sunlight says it's literally sunny out? Excuse me. Actually, excuse me. Yeah, okay. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Now that's a nice meal. Now that's a really nice meal. If I have ever seen. Majora's Mask, still very useful. You're gonna want to get it no matter what. You can get it 5 minutes into the game with basically zero risk. There's no reason not to get it unless you're doing something like a no armor run. Which again is why I banned armor in my run. There's also a lot of risk in this game. Yes. The answer is yes. And now it's raining, sort of. Okay. Fine, have it your way. Doesn't really matter too much to me or mine. Which I'm going to get into very shortly. Oh! Huh. Usually I don't run out of stamina that fast. Guess it's maybe my climbing that did it. 1, 2, 3, and then we just kind of 4. Yeah, that's odd. Yeah, that's really odd, because I know for a fact that when it's sunny, I can safely do it in 4 jumps, even without the extra 5 of stamina. So maybe rain just makes stamina, just makes climbing cost even more in addition to the sliding down effect it gives. Honestly, considering how awful rain is, I wouldn't put it past it. But yeah, I would put off the trial power until later, and then do this sort of route that I'm going to do this run first. Because as a rule, especially in the early game, especially if you're doing like a permadeath run, rule of thumb is you never ever want to fight. If there is any other way to do anything else other than fighting, take it every time. Because, especially when you're dealing with kind of scary stuff like Guardians, which can't really be deflected using Majora's Mask, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It is not worth it, and you will regret it if you lose like an hour of progress by dying to a single dumb guard. Speaking of which, easy shrine over here. This is just a completely free shrine. I could be IL over, but 1, I don't really know the strat for that. 2, that's not really casual, friendly. And, yeah. Sort of something about. second down. There's a climber's helm up there. It's interesting if you want that. I would advise for most players to just wait the extra cycle. But if I'm bored, I took the chance and did it immediately. That can go very wrong if you do it wrong, but it didn't, so we're fine. And now this is what? Our 10th shrine accomplished. Also, speedrunning tip. Don't wait to skip until after that text disappears, because then the loading screen will be much, much shorter. It's like, you save like 5-10 seconds every time you do that. It's actually kind of the same. So... Alright, so next up. Next up is Impa. Impa is important. He does a lot of things. Why what happens? Oh yeah. No. I don't know why that happens at all. It just kind of happens. I just kind of learned it from speedrunner, Limcube. He said that at one point in thing. Maybe it has something to do with unloading the text. I don't know. But it's kind of weird. Regardless. So here is yet another awesome shrine. Yeah, that's interesting. Also, words cannot say how happy I am that someone else has finally joined me in this, because first stream I had to do basically all on my own, and even though it was fun, it was also kind of sad because no one was around to watch me. But hey, now I have someone, so that's nice. So, just got the purple rupee. You don't need to get the purple rupee, I just do because that there, that there. It's kind of difficult to do this with these shaky motion controls, but whoops, that was it. So, oh, wait, seriously? Needs to be a little bit over then. First time I've actually had this much trouble with this shrine. Usually it's not that bad. This time. Apparently this specific moment in history I'm having trouble with. There's probably a bulldog. Oh, sure. Gladly. Let me just turn the Elgato down a little bit. And then this up a bit. That better? How's that? Is that any better? Should I go more on the Elgato? Should I go less on the Elgato and more on the mic? There we go. How's that? Okay. That should be good. Let me know. Let me know if anything changes. Oh, I think I skipped too early, and that's why this loading screen takes so long. As you can see, the difference between this and when it doesn't is enormous. Like I said, it saves like 10 seconds. It's kind of imperative for whenever you want to speed. So there's two ways I can go from here. First is to get a horse. The second is to not get a horse. I'm gonna head over to Beetle here and sell some stuff. Yeah. Yep. The spikes only disappear once you beat it. It can be annoying. Sell the diamond. Sell this. Casually get several thousand rupees with a stroke.
Wow! Wow!
Oh, it feels so good to be just crawling in money. Feels absolutely amazing.
Yay!
Oh, by the way, once you know how to mess with the inventory,
Wow!
this gets like 50 times worse. Because there's a glitch you can do to get infinite rupees. Basically, the two glitches that basically are single-handedly the most broken in this entire game. I mean, you can jump to spectacular, but I'd say that takes third place. It's not as absolutely insane as the rest. I'm just gonna casually sneak up on this horse. Stealth. Get over here! Not fine. Taking you. Ow! That's another nice thing about the defense. You only take a quarter heart from basically everything. Hey, nice. Not that good of a horse, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah. That's one thing that stealth armor is nice with. Back it up. Back it up. I want to talk to you.
Hey!
Any suggestions on the horse names?
Hi!
Something call horse?
Huh?
Oh. 20 rupees is a pittance at this point. So, any recommendations for a horse name? Or should I just name it something else? You know what? Why not? We'll just name it Yurok. Why not?
Oh.
It is a legal obligation. So in any case, the two glitches that are the most broken in this game is stasis apparatus and inventory overload. Those are the two glitches that are basically they're like the one ring. Like you can become hilariously overpowered hilariously quickly once you get active. Stasis apparatus basically lets you just completely ignore elemental affinities. It also lets you just alright. This okay, so this guy I know for a fact. What does this chest here have? Didn't even kill him. Not bad, okay. Boomerang! Yeah, horse riding music. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So, here's how we handle this. Oop. Knight's bow. Okay, so it's not that. I was expecting something better. Kind of that kind of by that. You know what? Okay. Alright, there we go. I'm up. And I'm moving. But yeah, horse riding music is amazing. I don't know, soundtrack. Absolutely. Like, it's very good. No matter how you put it. Like, the atmospheric music is good. The actual music, when it's not being atmospheric, is good. It's just all good. It's insanely good. This is a masterpiece of a game, and I can only hope that Breath of the Wild 2 is better. But as I was saying, so the stasis apparatus glitch allows you to ignore elemental. It allows elemental effects like burning, fire, and Elven. It lets you pull the Master Sword early if you want to, albeit without the extra, whatever it's called. And, most importantly, it gives you access to literally infinite hearts. Which basically is hilariously insane combined with literally everything else. Like, it's absolutely nuts. And it makes hearty food hilariously good. It's just great. Normally, you would be slightly scared of these guys. I would not advise attacking these guys until after you do Impa. But since I'm already teaming with elemental effects anyways, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna casually swing. Oh yeah, fun thing. If you quick switch off of the menu and back onto it, off of like an elemental weapon, it actually resets the the elemental affinity. So you can basically weaponize that to basically get infinite everything. I use that a lot with one of my favorite cheesy effects. But that's something for another time. I don't know. But mostly another time. So, back to what I was saying about inventory overload. What that allows you to do is it basically allows you to all but ignore durability. Like, it just does not exist. Durability just does not exist at all. You can get, like, the Royal Guard's weapons immediately become, like, one of the best weapons in the game. But the thing with that is that you need like 6 multi-shot bows. 5 to 6 multi-shot. 5 to 7 multi-shot bows. And a shock arrow to do it. But it's kind of easy to get if you know what you're doing. But even so, I'm still going to go over that. I'd say overall, just generally the best. Sorry if it's like, sorry if what I'm saying doesn't really make sense. This is really just kind of a stream of consciousness thing. Where is Horse Boy? Horse Boy! Horse Boy! There you are! You're the greatest. You are the best horse boy I could ever ask for, and I want you to turn around. But in any case, what inventory duping allows you to do, basically, Royal Guard's weapons immediately lose their drawback and become one of the better weapons in the game. And it's basically the closest thing you can get in this game to just completely turning the durability off. Yeah. So... Oh yeah. Also, what it can do is it basically, through inventory desync, allows you to clone weapons that you already have, and it gains you access to infinite rupees in a way far faster than basically any other method. It's like 3 times faster than the previous best, which was Dragon Horn Bar. And it's much less mind-numbing, too. Takes much less effort. I'm probably going to show that off at least once during this time. But, whatever. So, this. I'm probably just going to walk in here and do this now. This really isn't that difficult of a shrine. It's literally just teaching you about the basic mechanics of the game. It's not hard. It literally deals a quarter of a heart. It's not an issue at all. So, Impa is very, very important because Impa opens the dragons. Impa opens the Hateno Blue Flame quest line. Impa is probably the most likely source of how you're going to... I feel like there's a slight delay. Maybe it's just me. In any case, ta-da! We did it. Impa gives you access to fairies, it gives you access to the Ruta quest line. Pretty easy. Shrine gives you access, which in turn is close to... Ow. There's a slight delay here that's just enough to throw me off. I'm just like... Yeah. Bruh. Okay, there we go. That was it. Okay. So Impa is important. Usually you want to do it as soon as you can. Oh, I forgot. Ow. Wow. I inputted that like half a second before it actually happened. Guess I'm doing this with input delay after all. I'm gonna do the quarter circle input. Like that. And easily do it without any charge up, because you can do that if you have a one-handed sword. That's the only time you can do that, but it's still pretty cool. So, let me think. Back to what I was saying. So yeah, input's important, especially if you're doing a permadeath run with revives allowed. At that point, it's kind of really important. Because, well, revives are incredibly useful, and there's an exploit you can do to get up to 11 fairies, at which point it's basically impossible to die unless you outright want to. I'm gonna be staying at 3 hearts at least for most of the time, at least until I get the first 40 shrines done. Might change after that. Well, I have to change after that because you can only get 10 stamina, and then after that, you have to do hearts because there's no stamina left. You're already at 3 wheels. Speaking of 3 wheels, I'm gonna get 2 more stamina just now. Also, remember, roller guard stuff is roller guard set is pretty cool. Oh yeah, there is one sort of drawback to Impa in that it allows you to it allows the Yiga guys to spawn, but they're static, and if you know where they are, it's pretty easy to avoid them. I have an apple. I have plenty of apples. Okay, that's good. Ooh. Greyscale is really hitting me hard right now. It's like impossible to tell which ones have apples and which don't except for the shine. The Greyscale is actually affecting me, kind of. And this was never really meant to be much of a serious challenge anyway. So. Aw. This is one cutscene that you always have to do, no matter what. Unless if you want to advance the quest. But yeah, Impa is kind of important. You should do her possible, unless, like, you're going straight to Hyrule Castle. Particularly if you want to kill Ganon, at that point there's no point. Awake. If you're just going full any %. But I'm not, and to be honest, I'm not sure if I can. I might be able to, but it's very much like.
You remember me, don't you?
So time for spamming Y because. Well, I've already seen this plenty of times. This is like, God, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11th playthrough. Well, actually, no, 10th playthrough. 11th if we're counting the. 11th if we're counting the latency. Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
I'll say something and I can't quite remember what it was. Oh yeah, 11th if we're counting the latency challenge that I may or may not ever pick up again, but I will almost certainly never finish. Because, yeah, even if I do all 4 Divine Beasts, Thunderblight's gonna be hell. So is Calamity Ganon. It's just gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be a nightmare no matter how you look at it. It's literally took me 4.5 hours to do the Great Plateau. That's hilariously bad. Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't do that bad on my casual playthrough back when I was still a newbie and didn't even know how to, like, flurry rush and whatnot, and died, like, 10 times. So, like, that does not bode well at all for any kind of casual, for any kind of real playthrough. So, next thing. There's several options I have from here. Biggest is I'm gonna get fairies because I can. I want to get stamina. I want to get stealth. No, I'll get stealth if only just to make like sneaking up on bugs and whatnot. Horses. And also because I have absolutely insane amount of everything, so it's not like it matters. There's kind of, that's like 18k. Can't keep spending like that all the time. big, Alright, so... Task manager. See if I can, like... Vada's gonna have to go. Chrome's gonna have to go. That hopefully will fix it. I'm not entirely sure if it will fix it. But it might be able to fix it, I'm not sure. Alright. So, now that I actually have this gear, it's kind of useful. So, right up here is our first Great Fairy. Great Fairies are useful both because they have fairies, which is basically one extra life, and, probably more importantly, they let you upgrade your armor. And that is honestly very, very useful. It is incredibly useful. Do not underestimate that. It is. Because armor in this game and attacks work on a subtractive formula. So essentially, the damage that you get dealt in hearts is equal to the enemy attack, which is, in turn, their base attack plus their weapon, minus your defense. Which is huge. It's actually really huge. Dura carrots, just in case horse dies for whatever reason. Probably won't happen, but you never know. Just gonna get all the nightshade. So, case first Great Fairy, you need 100 rupees. Second Great Fairy, you need 500 rupees. Third Great Fairy, you need 1,000 rupees. And the fourth and final Great Fairy, you need 10,000, which is kind of a lot. But if you have infinite money, it really isn't. So, yeah. Enhancing materials. Needless to say, I can do that for these. Upgrade them. I can also upgrade this if I so desired. Might want. I want to save it for soldiers. In any case, until the second upgrade, nothing is actually better than the Phantom. Absolutely nothing. Not even the Champion's Tunic. Which is kind of ironic, but hey, there we go. Fully upgrade that now. So I don't have to think about it too hard later.
Ah. Ah.
Essentially, even by the second level, you're already dealing with, if you have the ancient if you have the ancient armor, 36 defense, which is hideously good. Like, keep in mind that in normal mode, a silver bokoblin throwing your average Dragonbone Boko Club is 48 attack. So that alone means that instead of being dealt 12 hearts, you're only dealt 3 hearts. You basically have 9 hearts of buffer before you can actually be damaged directly. Which, like I said before, very, very good. Really want that one horse. I should be able to get it pretty trivially now that I have this act. So now we just kidding me? Why are you running? Why are you running? Are you actually joking me? Okay. See what happens if I sneak. Still run scared. We're all still running scared. And that guy has a bow. Time to run. Time to run. Spam L. Okay. This horse is actually a good horse. Mostly it's just sort of trivial stuff. It's pretty good. Much better than the previous.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh. Ah.
This is the better horse. This is the horse I'm probably gonna keep forever. Most likely. So now we ride to Hateno. 4:15 a.m. So we're going to miss a shrine, unfortunately, unless. I just slept until morning. Good thing it was 4:30, so nothing changed. But, you know... time to sleep again. After Hateno, there is one other thing I want to do before tackling... the Ruta quest line. Which is... wow. Already been almost an hour. Alright, time to smack the L button. Why did I sleep twice like that? I actually meant to sleep until... I actually wanted to sleep until night the first time, but I was just spamming A and wasn't thinking, so I slept until morning by accident. So then I had to sleep until night again. It didn't really matter in the end, because... well... I was at 4:30, so I would have had to go through that time anyway, but it was pretty funny. I'm pretty sure that's not how physics works, but okay, no, that's fine. I'll let you do you. Please, no Yiga clan. No Yiga clan. Nice. I am 90% sure that guy's a Yiga clan, because I know I've met a Yiga clan around here somewhere in previous rounds. I'm just not going to bother. Also, I'd say if you're casual, I would argue that you should at least try to go to Hyrule Castle at first. And if you really die a lot and are getting frustrated, then I would argue not to. But I would only argue ignoring that sort of thing entirely in, like, super high-stakes stuff like permadeath. Because you get better at combat by being in combat. So, obviously, you should be in combat at least. Time to collect the arrow that I... Arrow. There we go. Just wanted to get this shrine here because, obviously, shrines are good. Shrines are good. You should get them as much as possible because they either mean more stamina you can run/climb with, or more hearts and thus less chance of dying if you're doing a permadeath run. Probably could theoretically get up there normally, but you know what? It's just not. Okay, sure, that's nice. I've never died on this before. If I've died here, I am going to be shamed forever. Just throw it over there. Throw that over there too. No, I can see my end coming. I'm not gonna let it happen. Not like that. I'm not gonna be done dirty. And then nice easy way. Several easy ways. I'd say the most consistent. And then I just slowly back out here. And then as this becomes more like a 45-degree angle, go up. And then we simply walk up. Not very fun, but it's consistent. I could theoretically get that first cycle and thus speed things up. by one whole cycle, but ugh. I never get it for whatever reason. Probably because I waited to start there a little bit. Or I just don't have enough stamina. For whatever reason. What's in the chest I didn't get? It's... I forget if it's a knight's halberd or a soldier's spear. But either way, it's a relatively bad weapon that I already had better of. You're actually going to see that a lot right now, because I already got... There's our first hardy radish. So... I don't need them. I don't need them. They're not that useful to me. So I just generally don't pick them up. I probably won't pick them up until enemy scaling goes all in. I'm getting that hardy radish. So hardy radishes, hardy foods in general, are something that you want to keep an eye out for. Because they basically fill your hearts up for free and give you bonuses. No, I believe there's also an opal in there somewhere, but I didn't bother picking that up either because I already had plenty of rupees. That reminds me. Horse, please. Horse. I'm just gonna deposit you. Uh-oh. Okay, you didn't cause a scene. That's good. But yeah, you're gonna see a lot of me just not picking up any sort of chest. Except for, like, pretty good ones. Like, ones I know have pretty good weapons. Just because I know what's in that chest, and I know it's not as good as the stuff I have right now. You'll see a lot of that in the coming couple episodes here. I mean, you wouldn't see that as often if I didn't go to Hyrule Castle. Yeah. Yeah, Majora's Mask is hands down, like, quality for quantity, the single most broken item in the entire game, bar none. There is no compare. Because you can get it for, like, you can get it literally 5 minutes off the Great Plateau. You can get it 2 minutes off the Great Plateau. It's, like, absolutely insane risk reward. You can get it for basically free. Unlike the Phantom Armor, which one piece requires going deep into enemy territory, and the other one is literally right next to a Guardian. Those actually you do need to watch out for, because if you do it wrong, you'll die. But Majora's Mask, no, you can just pick it up with no repercussions at all whatsoever. I went over one by accident. So fun fact, if you drop an enemy, if you drop a weapon when it's in the swinging animation, I didn't do it right, but I think, oh, that might have been it? Is that it? I'm not sure. It's difficult with this lag. But it should, nope, it's not. I think I did it. But I think that's good. I think that's good. Yep, that's good. That's a good one. So, if you, here's a nice little tip. If you swing an elemental weapon and then immediately drop it, it immediately becomes, it's like basically permanently elemental. I think it's not elemental anymore, just out of use. But like, you can combine that with some other stuff. I'm not even sure if I'm getting it. Yeah. I think it's just gonna do that. So yeah. Normally I use a fire/bomb arrow, but right here, right now, it's not needed. Also, gotta remember, I have this. No, I want to drop. Now I can do it. Now I can climb up this with much less stamina usage. And this combined with 3 hearts, with 3 wheels of stamina, basically means that you can climb anything sort of like rainy. If it's not rainy, you can climb it. If it's not raining, you can climb basically anything. Especially when extra elixirs and other stamina increasing food comes into play. But as you can see, I got Hateno generally very easily. Rather nice, actually. So, Sheikah Tower activated. This nice little happy cutscene plays. I'm honestly not sure what's over there, so I'm gonna, over in that Master Mode chest, so I'm gonna go check that out real quick and see what's lying in there. Normal Breath of the Wild gameplay. But yeah, this sort of thing right here is one of several reasons that I'm probably never going to do a permadeath Breath of the Wild run. Basically, it makes things incredibly polarizing. Because either you stack things so that you're at no point are in actual danger ever, and things get very boring, or you try in vain to repeat the same blasted thing 10,000 times, and it gets boring. So you're really kind of stuck in a Morton sport. Things get very polarizing very quickly. It's either incredibly easy if you... Oh, hey! That would have been nice in that bow-only run I did, like, a couple things that times back. Actually, no, it wouldn't have been, because Master Mode Ganon would have sucked. But... yeah. So, here we are, Hateno Village. You never saw any of those, when you played, because you were playing in normal mode, and those balloon platforms only appear on Master Mode. You can tell I'm playing in Master Mode because at the lower left corner, there's a little Triforce sign that's there at all times. That only appears when you're in Master Mode. See this guy right here? He's the horn statue. He's a huge part of what makes heart cubing possible. We do be running. So, you know how you're normally supposed to do that whole incredibly boring stuff with all the stuff and whatnot? One, that's going to be very useful in the coming future, but we don't care about that. What we want to do right now is just finish the gosh darn shrine, and to do that, well, that wasn't intended, but you know what? Fine, I'll take it. Fairies are there to protect you from death anyway. Normally, you're not supposed to go that high for that, but you know what? I'm taking it. And you're also supposed to be able to pull out your paraglider, but you know what? Sure. Don't really care that much. It's just a fairy. You can get more later. It's not that bad. Oh yeah, and I forgot to skip, didn't I? Oh, no. Well, it's alright. We do kind of have a garbage sort of weapon in our inventory, courtesy of the Moonlight Scimitar. Basically, I'm gonna need a torch. You do the next nice little glitch, which is called weapon smuggling, which basically allows you to have your weapon out even when you shouldn't. Basically allows you to have it out when you're gliding, when you're doing basically anything. It ends when you pull your weapon out, and from there you can just put it back again to resume all normal activity. So in order to do that, first thing you need to do is you need to get a weapon slot. Then you can get a torch, which is honestly the important part of it. And where is that torch? Torch! Mr. Torch Boy! You're supposed to be literally right here. Why can't I see you? Well, that's kind of annoying. And also bad. Because of none of the weapons I have right now, actually. Dude, where's the torch? Where's the torch, mate? I know there's a torch literally right here. There has to be. There has to be. Please don't tell me there isn't. Where is it? Is there? Rusty broadsword. Up down with this free sword. Help! Help! I can't speak! I know there's a torch somewhere. Greyscale is hampering me so much worse than I ever expected. No, I just want the map. I just want the object map. I'm literally looking up a torch. I'm literally looking up a map to help me find a torch. Help me. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. It really is up there, isn't it? You know what? I have to go back. No. I have to go back. I thought there was a torch there. I was absolutely certain there was a torch there. Like 5 minutes of my time wasted. Oof. Yeah, I don't know why I thought there was a torch there. I just sort of did. Come on, do your thing. Let's run over here. So I guess... What is mine? Torch. Mine now. There we go. Okay. Oof. Okay, I'm back. Time to actually... I'm gonna fall into the water. I am now under the I am under the sea. Alright, so, now that I've actually come here with a torch that I need to carry the blue flame with, I can actually do the challenge. I can actually do the trick. So step 1. Take a bomb. Throw it away. Second stage. Put your weapon out with Y, then put it back while unequipping your shield. I think I did it wrong there. There we go. That should be how it's done. And now you throw it. And I'm not holding Y here. I can run with the torch, which you normally can't do. And I can just get this and run all the way to the tech lab with it. I can even whistle run. Watch. No, I don't want to fall into the water. Water can still stop it. So obviously this makes it much easier to do the blue flame. No. 5 seconds of time lost. You even glide with it, as you can see. Just sort of hovers there in the air, staring menacingly into your soul. But yeah, this isn't really useful for most quest lines, but for the 2 blue flame quest lines, this is actually very important because it allows you to do it like twice or 3 times as fast as you could normally. Speaking of blue flame quest line, we're done! Ta-da! We've accomplished it! It's done. It's over. We don't have to worry about it anymore now. If we wanted, we could actually throw this torch away now, but I don't want to. Oh yeah, and talking to NPCs also gets rid of it. I forgot about that. Ta-da! Dialogue. Actually, never saw that. Okay. That's pretty funny. Okay. Let's just... I need to know how bad it is. Aw. Only the same second time. Okay. That was pretty funny though, not gonna lie. I did not expect that. I've never actually gone down that dialogue sheet before. And I did it completely by accident because I was hammering B the entire time. So, in order to do the stasis apparatus glitch, you need one item to hold. You need a shield, you need the camera rune, and you need a memory. And that's it. That's literally all you need to do to duplicate your hearts to 10 times full. I'm not going to do that for this challenge because at that point it just kind of gets unfun. But I'm going to just kind of... But I'm just gonna let that know. I'm going to use it for other purposes, like Elden. Elden's gonna be kind of important. But I'm not gonna use it to get 30 hearts straight up. That's kind of, no. Not very pog champ of you. You know what I mean? Alright, there you go. Ta-da! Something good! So I'm just gonna get all of this right now, because I already have everything from going to Hyrule Castle, like, way earlier than by all rights Nintendo wanted me to. Look how it's uncomfortable responses to questions. That's pretty funny, actually. Oh, time for this. Sheikah Sensor Plus. That's really useful for hunting things, but not actually all that useful. Like, the other two rooms are much better, especially Bombs Plus. Bombs Plus is hilariously good. Stasis Plus is also kind of good, but it's not as good as Bombs Plus. Like, Stasis is good, I'm not gonna lie. It's hilariously good, especially if you're bad at leading arrow shots and stuff. Because it basically is essentially identical to a headshot if you hit an enemy during it. Which is very good, I might add. It's hilariously good, actually. But... to act as a red lynel hat, because I'm honestly interested in seeing if it will actually kill me even with... Well, bombs complete, which is also hilariously good, because you can actually bomb cheese things to death, especially in normal mode. Can't really do it very well in master mode, because it's master mode, enemies heal. Aww. Alright. Stasis. I won't do it. Oh! Surprise! Oh, there it is. How about now? Oh! Okay, I'm surprised. Especially with how she reacts to the camera. No! I buffered it! No, now I'm really done goofing. Okay. Snap! Make like Thanos and snap. No, like that. There is. Bookmark. Mobile bookmark. That's what I want. And then I can simply enemy statistics. That's what I wanted. Okay. Lynels. I want to see how much Lynels do. Lynel's normal damage is 15. So it would do 3¼ hearts. So I would need bonus hearts to survive that. Ta-da! Slated for upgrades is complete. I could do Ruta right now, but I'm planning on fighting the Lynels, so I'm considering not. At least for the moment. Probably end the stream pretty soon. Just gonna do this last thing before heading off today. Alright, so time for Pharaon Tower. So what makes Pharaon Tower so interesting is that it has tons upon tons of hardy durians. It has like 16 hardy durians in one swoop. So I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna make like 4 20-heart meals. And with that, I will be basically unkillable for the foreseeable future. Especially combined with the fairies. Obviously. Also, keep in mind that means that the red lynel up at Polymus Mountain, would do 9 3/4 hearts with no armor. And with just the Phantom Armor, which is admittedly the best you can get that isn't upgraded, you can reduce that down to 3¼ hearts. And if you actually plan ahead, you say Barbarian Armor, or even, like, say, Ancient / Soldier's Armor. Just Soldier's Armor. Just Soldier's Armor. With 2 upgrades, you can get 36, which is almost enough to completely invalidate that. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. Yeah, 39. So that lynel attack would only be doing 3/4 heart, which means it would take 4 hits to kill me in 3-heart link base state. This is as weak as he's going to get. This is why I ban armor foes. Also, I'm gonna explain why the Divine Beasts are way, way, way too overpowered for weapons. Long story short, when you complete a Divine Beast, you take 1,000 damage off of Ganon himself. You get rid of a Blight, which is another 2,000 damage, gone, reduced to atoms. Then you get a special ability on top of that, which in and of itself is usually pretty nice, like Mipha's Grace, which basically allows you to not die most of the time. Basically is a free revive that doesn't rely on fairies, which in and of itself is really useful. Ravioli's Gale, which is basically makes stamina almost less not useful at all, but still pretty useful. And oh yeah, I forgot. Greyscale plus no audio means I can't actually see Guardians coming. I only avoided that through literally sheer luck. Okay, so, back to what I was saying. And then on top of that, you get the Champion's Weapon, which in and of itself is a pretty good weapon. It's basically capable of standing toe-to-toe with the royal weapons late game. At least some of them. Okay, for that you die horribly. For that, you die horribly. Goodbye. I said goodbye. Okay. Now he's dead. And now I feel like reloading the last autosave. Oh. Sure, okay. Okay, game, if you say so. This is why I like to manual save a lot. So, back to what I was saying previously. And last but not least, you get... And that's before you get to, like, the miscellaneous benefits you get from the quest line itself. So, it's way too broken. It's like, hilariously broken in comparison to everything else. It's not even in the same ballpark. It's like 953. I'm just gonna collect some nice hardy durians here. I'm probably just gonna do this. Get Pharaon Tower. So I can repeat this journey. Which, mind you, I didn't have to kill any enemies so far. Number of enemies killed is 0. Zilch. Nada. Nothing. Let's take out my vision. I'm not gonna have it on. Goodbye. Oh, you live. Thought you got blown off the cliff. Oh. Both of them are now very, very dead. Their free trial of living has officially expired. Oh, I see. Oh, I didn't see that. If I saw that, I would have gotten it already. There we go. Yeah, that is one major pitfall of autosaves. Sometimes they just don't. Yeah, I'm definitely starting to falter. Definitely ending the stream after this. Huh. I just start going to shock here, especially since I know how dangerous they can be. Hardy Durian, the king of fruits. Also known as one of, if not the best routes in the entire game. I wish I was joking. Only eclipsed in power by a large party radish. And even then, it is much party radish. Large. Just use this time to get food, but I'm not going to. Not food. Yep, I'm noticing a major delay. Like, not like much of a delay, but it's like just enough for me to notice. Maybe half a second, single second. Not enough to noticeably hamper my combat abilities, but enough to actually notice it. I don't want to fight you. I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to drop this bomb, wait till you get close to it, and then explode it on your face. And then I'm gonna murder you. Yes, I'm gonna murder you with your own face. How do you like that? How like that, you idiot? Alright, time for... like to mention, 10 hardy durians already. And I'm gonna have even more before this is over. This is just what I have right now. At minimum. Friendly reminder. Yep. Wow. There we go. That's gotta be something. It's... what? Fine. All I wanted was this big party rat. Adios, amigos. I said adios. I said adios. Oh, wait. So, Not one single haul. I got 18 hardy durians and a big hardy radish. So I can now officially make 5. Count them. 5 hardy meal. 20 attack hardy meal. Because one might suspect, in fact, leaves. And they will reappear. There's also some hardy durians over at Ruta. Well, I'll probably head over there soon anyways. Ta-da! And I'm up. Let me access. That was weird. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, with that, having been accomplished, I am going to leave you here for today, and I'm going to actually reap these rewards and begin Ruta tomorrow. So, see you then.